I've made a lot of ranking videos on this channel, but sometimes it can be difficult to compare two sets because their prices are just way too apart. So today, I thought, why not talk about the best Ninjago sets at every price, starting off with $10. The best $10 set in my opinion has to be Kai's Fire Mech. Now, despite releasing a long time ago, I think the set holds up really well to this day. Let's first talk about the minifigures. Getting Kai and a Stone Warrior are both pretty good inclusions. I especially like the Kai, and the kimono suits are overall just really fantastic. Two minifigures for $10 isn't anything special, but I think that these two minifigures are both pretty decent. But what really makes this set shine, I think, has to be the mech. Now, for most $10 builds, it kind of feels like the designers just stacked a bunch of pieces on top of each other and called it a day, but this one actually feels like a full and complete build. I love the shaping, especially on the top with the slope pieces, and the use of SCCBS pieces, especially in the arms and the legs, really help give this guy such a nice touch. Overall, this mech is small, but it's cute, and I really like it, so it's gonna be the best set at $10. Next up, for $20, in my opinion, the best set is the Throne Room Showdown. Now, it was kind of hard for this price point because a lot of the sets are just like bikes and a lot of vehicles, but this one tries something new and really succeeds at it, in my opinion. First of all, getting 5 minifigures is a great deal, and it's not like these are 5 random minifigures. No, these are all super desirable minifigures. The build overall isn't too great, but I think it looks decent on display, and its main function is basically to just serve as a place where you can play with all the minifigures that come in this set. And in that regard, I think it does really well. Overall, this set is pretty plain and simple, but I think just because of the minifigures, they carried this set, and I think it's the best set at $20. Moving on to $30, this time the best set is Kai's Elemental Fire Mech. First of all, I hope that we get more Ninjago sets like this where you have a main character build and then you have a villain build to go opposing it, because usually we just get one side of the equation. The Kai mech in this set is genuinely fantastic and I really liked it. The hints of gold and like yellow break up the red, and overall I think this guy just has a really nice footprint, and overall it's just a really good mech. I also don't mind the villain mech too much. It's not as good as the Kai mech, but it's small, it's well made, and overall, it's really fun to play with and use to battle against Kai's mech. The minifigures in this set are also really good. You get 4 really good minifigures: Kai, Zane, Jordana, and the Wolf Mask Warrior. Yeah, overall, I think you couldn't have asked much more out of a $30 set. It's an excellent play set, it's great for display, and the minifigures aren't too bad either. Next up, we have $40 sets, and again, this one was a really hard one, but I'm gonna have to give it to the Master Wu Dragon from Possession. Not only is this a great set, it's also a great value. Like, getting almost 600 pieces for $40 is fantastic. Let's first start off with the minifigures because again, they're the least interesting part of this. They did not skimp out on the minifigure selection. There are 5 minifigures in this and all of them are really nice. There's also 2 major side builds which also add a lot to this set, but the main attraction has to be the dragon. I just love the dragon. I think it's super cool and unique, especially the head. I love how they made the mustache and the beard, and just overall the shaping around it is really nice. It's not one of the best Ninjago dragons, but I think this dragon alone is enough to fill a $40 set. So just for the value, I think I'm going to be putting it at the best $40 set. Next up, we have $50 sets, and here we start to get into some really good sets. My favorite set from this price point has to be the Tournament Battle Arena. I think this one's really good because genuinely I cannot find too many flaws with this one. It looks really nice on display. The build is nice and deep. It gives you a lot of space to play and pose your minifigures with. Speaking of the minifigures are great. It's a fantastic minifigure selection, getting 6 minifigures for $50. Evil J and Tox are definitely the highlights of this set. Overall, I think that this set's also a fantastic price with 600 pieces. I know the build doesn't look all that big, but just the depth and the detail that it has, combined with some really nice play features out in the back and the arena in the front, and of course we can't forget about the minifigure selection, I'm gonna have to put this at the best set of $50. Moving on to $60, here again we get into some absolutely fantastic sets. My favorite set though has to be Zane's Titan Mech Battle Legacy. The minifigure selection again is pretty uninteresting, but getting the two ghosts is nice. The Golden J minifigure is also pretty nice. And this is the only Legacy Deepstone suit we've gotten. So I think in that regard it's pretty good. But overall, I just love this set because of the mech. The mech is absolutely fantastic. It's the first mech in Ninjago to have knees, and I think that just really helps around with the posability. Like, you can just see on the box, you can get this guy into so many cool poses. I think that overall this guy is just really well made, mostly just because of the playability and how big this mech is. I'm gonna have to put it at the best set of $60. Now with our final set for today, at $70, my favorite set has to be Firstborn. First off, let's just start off talking about the piece count. 882 pieces for $70 is great, and the dragon is genuinely fantastic. I love the head. It's one of the few brick built heads that I actually like. But overall, the shaping just around the dragon is really nice as well. The flapping play feature with the wings also is really nice, and the color scheme with the red and black mixes really well. The minifigure selection also was really nice in this one, getting 6 minifigures, especially with Heavy Metal, Cole, and Kai. The remaining minifigures aren't all too interesting, but all make nice inclusions. There's also a side build that's like this helicopter for the villains, and I think that's also great and adds so much play as now you have something for the dragon to go against. Overall, this is a really nice playset, a really nice display set, and it has a really great dragon. So I think this is definitely the best $70 set, despite having been released over 5 years ago. So guys, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I'm splitting this into 2 parts just so that I can talk about each set in more detail. This video was inspired by a poll that I did recently, so I'll be making many more polls in the future, so make sure to go check those out when they're up. Other than that, part 2 will be coming out really soon, and I'll see you in the next one.